Once I was fast. Now, not so much. But we're making a comeback, baby. 15 weeks to my first marathon in 10 years. So not my first marathon at all. Marathon number 50. In this week's episode, a long run, a bit of barefoot stuff, and the most iconic run in Sydney you can possibly imagine. And I get a bit carried away. Sub 4 minutes a K. Welcome aboard. It's Sunday, and that means long run, long slow run. Now, if you watched the last episode, I did a park run, and it's now tomorrow. And my legs feel fantastic. I don't know why, but we're doing a long run, starting here at Narrabeen. Hello, people. Good morning. What are you guys doing here?
We're gonna go for a swim.
Another setup shot if ever I saw one. Are you going to join me for the second lap?
Yeah, I will.
All right, we look forward to that. After yesterday's park run, where I pushed a bit harder and suffered a bit more than I planned, my legs are feeling surprisingly good. Now, 40 years ago, Saturday was always a painful speed session, which I dreaded. But I looked forward to what followed, Sunday's long run. The problem was, on these long runs, they'd often get a bit too competitive. Unlike the Japanese runners I mentioned last time, in Sydney Striders back in the 80s we had a whole bunch of 240s marathoners and the pace would get a bit out of hand, often creeping down towards 4 minutes a K. So I'd often end the weekend with dead legs rather than feeling refreshed. When you're young you can handle it, but not now. I have to learn that this S stands for slow. Now the schedule ChatGPT's prepared for me says that 24 Ks is on the cards today, but I reckon it's worth having a go at 30. And I don't care how long it takes. That would be by far the furthest I've run in more than 10 years. But it has to be slow. I want to keep my heart rate under 140. That's high zone 2 or low zone 3 for me. If it creeps up, I'll have to slow down. Pace-wise, I reckon that'll be no faster than about 5:20 per kilometre. Now today I have a really lovely place to show you. I'm going to do 3 laps around Narrabeen Lagoon. It's a very popular place for runners and dog walkers and e-bikes. Why you need an electric motor on your bike around here, I've no idea, as it's almost completely flat. But each lap is about 8.5 kilometres, so times 3, and then I'll add on a bit at the end to bring it up to 30. If you've never been to Sydney's northern beaches, this is just perfect for runners. Come and visit us. It's well shaded, flat, good variety of surface, very scenic, great place to run. Can get a bit slushy after the rain, but today it's just fab, and nice and cool too. Now to ensure I keep the pace sensible, for the first lap I'll be joined by Dave. He likes to run about this speed. And then on the second lap, Helen and Melissa will join me, and they could be a little bit slower, which is good. On the third I'll be on my own, and the challenge will be to keep the heart rate low and just keep good form. One more thing, today I have what I hope is a secret weapon. Gels, fueling, something I never did back in the old days. I'm going to learn how to eat and fuel up on the run without stopping, and see if I can feel the difference. Now, last episode I spoke about the crazy slow pace my Japanese teammates did on their long runs. I just can't bring myself to run 7 minutes a K. It just doesn't feel right, sorry. I feel that you have to get to a certain speed to be running fluidly, you know, and too slow feels awkward and inefficient. So I can't run that slowly. I reckon it's around 5.5 minutes a K. No, today we're just going to enjoy the view. 8.5 K round. Okay, here's the first grading. Welcome to YouTube, David. Yes. You might score me an extra subscriber. Or 2. Or maybe you lose one. Is the pace creeping up a bit?
They're at 5:10.
5:10? Back it off, come on. All right, slow down. Oh, coffee. Is it too early for coffee? It's too early for coffee. We have to keep going. How fast are we going? Too fast. Whoop. I lost him. Oh, there you are. The nice thing about this trail is in summer most of it's still shaded.
Yeah.
In winter it's also quite nice. You get a sort of, the greenery keeps a little canopy of warmth there sometimes and stops the wind getting in. is Carrie. Hey Carrie. I ran with her a couple of weeks ago. She's a top 10 senior surfer. I know. I said I wouldn't go by. But I did, didn't I?
You did. Oh,
Yeah, it's on me. I'm just getting it really comfy. How's your heart rate? Okay.
157, I think.
157?
Yeah.
Okay. You're working too hard. Like 135 or something. It's alright, stay left. Tree down. Varied surfaces. It's been 7.5 days since we started. Leave a comment about David's style. He's a big bloke, but he's doing a good job. He keeps lifting the pace though. Whoa boy. Easy. Enjoy the view. Eastern whip bird.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a stop? Yeah, let's have a stop. I've got a long way to go.
Okay.
You want a hand pushing that over? You'll need to be a bit stronger. Okay, this is the slightly less interesting bit coming up. While the lake is beautiful there, we've got road for about a K. It's easy, I feel like I need to be going faster, but I don't need to be going faster. Got to work on this mitochondria. Another nice place for coffee is across this bridge, and we're back at the traffic lights again, and that's the end of the loop. Dave's getting a bit tubby at the front there. Hello! Okay, here's the point where I'm going to drop Dave. High five, buddy. Yeah, well done.
Okay. Yeah.
See ya. Okay.
Hello.
What happens now? My second set of victims. I mean, I normally run 5-minute Ks on this one, as you know, but not today. Okay, we're halfway through the run, but thereabouts, about 13 Ks in. Very comfortable. Pace has slowed a little bit since the girls joined, but that's okay. It's all about just adding the Ks. Heart rate 128. That's a mile away from where it was after COVID. COVID actually punished me for about 2 years. Well, the after effects. Just couldn't get my breathing right. Heart rate was really high. So it took a while. Seemed to have got the breathing under control. Now that's good. Just keep it relaxed. Marathon. Nice place to run, isn't it?
It's a beautiful place to run.
It's such a foreign feeling to me to be running 30 seconds or a minute per kilometre slower than I feel like I want to. But I have to embrace it. I can't neglect the speed work, I'll still need that. But I know this is the best way to go about my marathon block. Relaxed. Otherwise I'll get injured. Perfect. Thanks, Hill. You want to stop at the bubbler?
Yes, please.
Okay. I can't quite figure it out, Hill. Helen will be running the half marathon in Canberra while I'm doing the full. Her PB is 1 hour 40 minutes. Pretty good for a woman in her early 50s, but it was 10 years ago.
And I'm really going to enjoy this.
I have to say, 28.7 Ks into a run, 2 3/4 hours running, I've never felt this good in my life. It's also the first time I've ever had 2 gels on a run before. So they clearly work. Hammies are a little tight, boots are a little tight, knees a little sore, but heaps of energy. Unlike my GoPro, which ran out of battery at exactly this point. But there you are, 30k completed. Easy as pie. And it's all there on Strava. Because if it's not on Strava, it didn't happen. So clearly having a sensible pace early, the first lap with him and the second lap with them made a difference. That kept it manageable, and so the third lap I could just pick it up a little bit, 5:30s, 5:20s. I think it was about 5:15 to finish there, so something like that. Heart rate crept up from 125 to about 140, so that's still in the zone 2 region. I don't think I've ever done 30k that easily in my life. And the difference was fueling. I had a gel at 1 hour 10, another one at 2 hours 10, and just heaps of energy. It just worked, so I'm really pleased with that. 30k, much easier than the stupid park run I did yesterday. It was nothing. Now, ChatGPT is without a doubt smarter than me. So why am I embellishing, running 30k when it only says 24? I felt really good, so I did a bit more, is the quickest way to injury, or so Helen says. It. I'll regret this in a few episodes, but what the hell, living on the edge. Well, I'm genuinely surprised at how well that went yesterday. Today, Monday, we're just going to do 6 or 7k, just have a bit of a stretch out. No shoes. I like to get the shoes off and run barefoot from time to time, and that's thanks to Keith Bateman. He was a 36-minute 10k runner at club level until he got rid of his shoes. Started running in minimalist shoes, barefoot shoes, 5-finger shoes, and then no shoes. Keith, I met about 13 years ago, and he is the world record holder at every distance from the 1500 metres, mile, 3k, 5k, 10k for his age group, which was the M55 age group at the time. So he set all those world records, like 3k in 8:56, 10k in 31:51, age 57. It's just unbelievable times. No one else had ever run sub 32 in that age group, ever. No East African, no Kenyan, nobody. So you're going to meet Keith in an episode coming up very soon. It's very awkward running with the camera, so I'm going to put the camera down in a minute and let you see me running au naturel, because it's all about technique. Keith is a technique coach, and you cannot run with good form if you're carrying a camera with one arm. You know, back in the 1980s, we all wore shoes like the Nike LDV, which crippled a whole generation of us. They were pretty bad. We had runner's knee and shin splints and everything you can imagine. Modern super shoes are much better, but the best shoes of all are no shoes. Now, okay, if it's too hot, too cold, too sharp, too many dog poos, I get it, not good. But no shoes is fantastic. Why? Because it strengthens your feet. You need strong feet. Your feet do a lot of work when you're running. There's no good wrapping your feet up in big plastic casts of shoes. What happens when you put a splint on your arm? The muscles atrophy, don't they? So you need to strengthen your feet, but you've got to be careful. You can't rush into it too soon, because it puts a lot of extra strain on your Achilles and your calves. So if you are going to run barefoot, run slowly on surfaces like this. Look at that. How good is that, eh? So today we're just jogging out the stiffness from yesterday's 30k. I must say it feels fantastic. So when it does come to shoes, you want shoes with a very low drop. That's not much difference in the stack height front to rear. The ultimate support is the ground. This is maximum stability right now without any shoes. So that's today's little run. A little bit of a chat about barefoot. So what do you think? Is barefoot something you could do? I'm not a podiatrist, I'm not really a running coach, but the one thing I'll tell you, the one enemy of good running is overstriding. That's when your heel touches the ground before the midfoot. So if you can learn to run with a balanced landing, as Keith says, a balanced landing, so the foot's landing flat, directly underneath you, that's what we're trying to achieve. When you get tired and your hips drop and you tend to run like this, getting pooped, and the foot's reaching out in front of you, that's bad. We've got to try and run tall, and when we get tired, shorten the step if we have to, but try and stay landing on the midfoot. That's what I have to do anyway, to stop injuries. Because if your heel hits the ground first, you roll from the outside to the inside. It's a twisting motion on your ankle, your knee, your hips, your back, everything. Everything starts to hurt. Shorten your stride. Balanced landing. So how fast are we running? 440s. That's way too fast. It's meant to be an easy day. See how easy it is when you've got good form? The speed just picks up naturally. All right, that's it for the barefoot running. Tomorrow's shoes on. And we're going to have an absolutely lovely run with my son Bernard. I look a lot better when I'm not carrying a camera, don't I? Shoes back on. Nice place, eh? This is Waitara Oval, northern suburbs of Sydney. So if you're not from Australia, leave a comment, tell us where you're from, and tell us what you think of the scenery you've seen so far. Manly, the park run, Waitara. Tomorrow, special treat. My son Bernard and I are going for a run Harbour Bridge area. The best of the Sydney foreshore, Opera House, all that kind of thing. That's tomorrow. Let's go. So you're going to love it. But I'm sorry, there is not room for that in this episode. I have to keep them all under 20 minutes. But don't stress, it's already in the edit and I'll have it out very shortly. Now, after just 2 episodes, I just wanted to say thank you to the 1,000 lovely people who've subscribed to the channel. I'm absolutely blown away. I will do my best to keep it interesting for you and not get injured, every old runner's biggest concern. But thank you all so much for coming along for the ride. Nice and easy, Stu. Stu, what is it about an easy day you don't understand? Slow down.